It's week 1 of the National Football League, where it doesn't get any better.
With fall around the corner, football is back, America, and we're underway on EA Sports. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. Here comes the Ravens on offense, and the man in charge from Louisville, the former MVP, Lamar Jackson.
Early part of his career, defenses really had to focus on his running ability, and they still do. But now, he's turned himself into a true dual-threat quarterback. When he plants his cleats in the ground and turns it loose, good things happen downfield.
All right.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. for no gain. There they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Jackson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. 5 yards, and that means they come up short, as they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. It'll go to the 42, make it a 43-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the former number 3 overall pick back in 2021. It's Trey Lance. Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep. And not much of an opening there, as he's only going to get this to about the 32. Now it's 2nd and 9. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. And a solid job using his legs. 16 yards and a first down on the keeper. And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. And Lance going to throw. Being chased out left. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Lance going to keep it on the option. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. A gain of 8 on the keeper and a first down. Here's Lance to throw it. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Shotgun now for Lance. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. So now it's 3rd and goal. This Raven defense trying to keep him out of the end zone. They'll try to run this one in. And he gets halfway there down to the 1 yard line. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal.
This is a long drive. Offensively, wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here.
And he'll get it. He's over for the touchdown. Trey Lance scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Niners are on the board here first in the season opener.
Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stop it. And we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
Lutz good on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it was Trey Lance taking it in himself to cap the drive with a touchdown run. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game.
They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. The defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out. Because if you control...
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Andrew Booth picks it off. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 1st down San Francisco, the pickup 14 yards. And here's a handoff out of the gun. first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's Lance. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter. The kick by Lutz is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. That's Drake Jackson burying him and finishing the play. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now it's Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, 81 yards. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. The PAT good. It would draw him closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
And they'll accept that penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. Up to the booth. Last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Drake Jackson now with his 2nd sack here on opening night. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson. So they've been unable to capitalize on a great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Jackson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Hey, report.
from the gun. He'll hand this off.
And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right...
And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. Already his second touchdown here this opening weekend. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, it's still in the first half here. A long way to go.
The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. And he's able to get the first. Taken down at the 36.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open, just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he'll work down inside the 45.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
Now Lance. On the sideline, did he keep his feet in bounds? They say yes. Great job, both feet in, first down.
A 3rd down conversion with a strong.
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
From the gun, they'll try to run it to about the 26 here.
I feel like I can see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one.
Touchdown! George Kittle, 26 yards.
And the 49ers are able to move back in front.
Wants to try to add the PAT. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told.
And it all ends with a George Kittle touchdown.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. And now here come the Ravens. They came out not so hot. The first quarter, they were sputtering a little bit. But they seem to have stayed the course and really righted the ship here in the second.
Well, let's face it, all the preparation that goes into getting ready for a game, all the scouting reports, the practice, the repetition, sometimes you get a little bit of a lull to start things off. Maybe you get a little flat, but if you put in that time, you put in that effort, it can come back to you. That's what we're seeing so far.
Now can they keep that momentum going? Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. On the move past the 40. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now Jackson on first down. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. From the gun, Jackson. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
That certainly appeared to be a... just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. Tucker's kick is good, and that will tie things at 17 all. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. Welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. This offense ready for the first drive of the 3rd quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. And that one results in 35 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run the option left.
That one will go for 9 yards and a first down on the keeper.
Now that was a designed run. Now remember, if a quarterback goes feet first, he's protected. But if he dives head first, he's not. On that play, he figured the risk was worth the reward.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
About 3 yards there to the 27. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. To throw, it's Lance. Going to throw right side here, complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And that could be one of those turning point plays in a ball game. A field goal gets you the lead here, but they want to make a statement and get 6 points. And they're certainly going to get that opportunity as they get the conversion and set up 1st and goal.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run.
And the 49ers have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half.
Lutz with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now Jackson taps this forward, jet sweep. 7 yards there and a first down.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. That doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down. A nice, consistent game.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Jackson options out left. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Here's a give up the middle. Gets by him, and now a little daylight.
And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. 52 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down. Now a handoff running through the middle. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Jackson from the shotgun. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
Tucker's kick is good, and that'll bring him back within 4. So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the third quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send the message that says, hey, we're not going away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. For the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
And Lance's throw taken in by Wayne here. That'll give them 8 that time, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. And Lance now to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Touchdown 49ers. A big play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Niners will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Lutz good on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Meanwhile, Jackson's throw complete there to Bateman. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And 3rd and 8 now. Here's Jackson. Open man is Bateman. It's complete. They will finally be taken down, but how about that play? It's a big one on the final act of the third quarter. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th. Now Jackson taps this forward, jet sweep, and he stopped immediately there.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
They run the option on 2nd down. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. But Jackson going to hold on to it again. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. Tucker's kick is good, and that'll make this an 8-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And the 49ers settling in for their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
first play of the drive, going for 14 and a first down. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. On play action, Lance. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA, with a sack. Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long. Rolling to his left. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And we're going to stop play here at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. Well, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. Down to about the 45. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
On 2nd and 7, Jackson. Now they go screen. It's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. Throwing is Jackson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
That is Nick Bosa from out on the edge who worked his way in for the sack.
The Ravens send their punter out now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Taking it about the 36.
Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards.
And out will come the offense as they take over.
Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10.
Just shy of midfield at the 49. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory.
55 rushing yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
Let's go.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game.
Now Lance. And Kittle catching the slant.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Jackson and the Ravens, here they come. Down by 15. 35 seconds to go. It's an extremely tall order in front of them, but they've got the ball with a 1st down. Jackson. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And that is what they needed. A 1st down and a big gain all the way to midfield as he's tackled right at the 50-yard line. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Andrew Booth picks it off, and the Niners are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 37. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Well, partner, the season officially underway. It was great to be back with you out.
Yeah. Turn me up. Yeah. Hey, check it. Okay, I feel unstoppable. Losing's impossible. Go against the team, the thing they know not to do. Bright lights, game on the line. Do what I gotta do. Time after time, we do the impossible. You ain't made it till you got stylers go out and shop for you. You ain't made it till they put on top of you. Parading through the city, the whole... Why would I ever have to cop a chain? If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted. East Coast and 6'4's hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands deep up in them trenches. It's no difference. Neither one play